Good evening, Bingo fans, and welcome to yet another Super Mario Odyssey triple bingo match. This match will be between Ocarina Stru and 04Dude3. Cannot forget the 3. I am Awesome Agron, and BP31 will be co-commentating with me. This match should be interesting. I think both runners have had, some recent developments with bingo. They've obviously been practicing. And, we'll just see where this goes. BP, any thoughts?
No, I'm just really looking forward to this match. Obviously, 04 has a slightly better any percent PB than Drew at a 101. Oh, well, this is for one player, of course. 04
any
having...
percent doesn't get you super far in this tournament.
True. 04...
It definitely helps, but it's not gonna be your carry.
Yes. If they end up having to go to Seaside, for example, then having good any percent basis could really help get through some kingdoms a little bit quicker, but at the same time, you gotta know which lines to do and not just resort to going through any percent for every single kingdom.
Alrighty, so the runners are off. Let's start tearing apart this card.
Sounds good.
I'm very intrigued. Alright, 2 moons from Shiny Rock Central Square? That's not bad. That will either require a Deep Woods visit or a Cascade revisit, which neither are too bad.
Is this a lock? This is a lock.
Is it a lock?
It's a lock. Dang.
Yeah, that look at 4 hint arts really screws things up, doesn't it?
Not even that. Even without that, it's a lock. This is just a very
Oh yeah, even without that, it's a lock. Wow. So, there's an equal number of snow and seaside goals on this board. It should be interesting what is determined to be better here. Probably seaside, just because you're looking at a much faster finish in seaside. Though they could potentially still be going snow because it will synergize with the route more. We'll just have to wait and see. I see a 4 moons from sub-areas cap. I feel like we're going to want to avoid cap if we're going to snow or seaside. Though there is an 8 moons cap as well, so... I don't know, I'd probably skip it. It's tough to call right now since we're still working through the board, but it might have potential.
Yeah, column 4 on its own as just a line is actually really not that bad, considering you're going to Snow Seaside, but since you're going to Snow Seaside, just the fact you have to make a cap revisit's kind of ugly.
Yeah, especially 8 moons cap. That's one of the more time-consuming revisits you can do in triple bingo. It's about 5 minutes, give or take, depending on your execution. It's a little rough. However, it works perfectly with the 4 moons from sub-areas cap, because you are forced to enter 2 sub-areas to get 8 moons cap.
So another good-looking line, especially with the cap revisit, is row 3. Since you're going all the way to Seaside for the 4 hint arts or snow, then both toads in snow and Seaside are really quick. So that's a free one. Lost Lake, Cascade, and then Metro are also all really fast. Yeah, can't forget Metro.
My boy Metro Toad lives on the edge, dude. I've nearly died trying to get him like 5 times.
That he does.
But anyways, getting back on track, I also see 6 multi-moons. They could potentially pair that with Showdown, and then do, like, Wooded Piece as well. I don't think I would do that here, but it is an option. It definitely is an option if the runners decide to try and implement Showdown into their route. I wouldn't do Showdown or 6 multi unless if I pair them together, though. And even then, I don't think I would do it. Because it definitely looks like there's better things to go for on this card. As row 3 is very good. Like, row 3 is one of those rows where you're like, wow, I wish I had this type of row on every card.
Well, except for the 4 hint arts, but every Snow Seaside card.
If you're going to Snow or Seaside, it's fine.
Yeah.
That will mean they will have to look at a hint art in every kingdom that it's available in. Lake, Wooded, Metro, and then Snow or Seaside.
So but those are very, very quick.
Hopefully they don't forget one. It's very easy to overlook, and it can be a lot of time loss.
True.
So, 16 moons from sub-areas isn't actually that bad at all. even if there's not a lot of synergy to make it work. I do see a 4 moons from sub areas wooded. I'm actually really liking row 3, C3, and C5. That actually looks really solid.
That's actually exactly what I was just going to comment on.
Really?
Yeah.
Great minds think alike, man. Because you're avoiding the cap stuff, you're avoiding showdown and 6 multi, and like I said, it just has really good synergy here.
Yeah, and then the 25 regionals metro aren't that bad. 40 regional sand is not what you want to be looking at, but since you need to enter sub areas for the 16 moons total goal, then there's 2 fast sub areas with 10 regional coins total, so that's pretty good synergy altogether.
Not to mention in general, the sand regionals just go along great with the sub areas, because like pretty much if you're getting sub areas in sand, you're just getting regionals, because like BP said, there's 10 in the fast ones, and then there's also 8 if you opt to do Jaxi Ruins, which they very likely will if they will be going for the 6 music notes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just another thing I forgot to mention about this route is you will have to get 95 moons, which is a little bit daunting, but because you're going to Seaside, you have to get 85 by the time you exit Metro, and you're going to get 75. I misspoke.
75.
And then you're going to get 8 extras in Lake, so that'll put you 83, and then 3 ground pound moons, Toad, and the Notes moon in Seaside are going to put you at even more, so just
that'll put you at 87 built into the route, and then they can just get really fast moons around Cascade and Lost. Those are really good kingdoms to make up your moon count. Definitely Lost. I can definitely see like a 16 Lost being in play here.
Oh, certainly. And Drew looking like he's going to get some extra moons in Cascade, as well as some sub areas. So
yeah, Drew actually in the Dino sub room. Not exactly my first choice for a sub area in Cascade, but it's definitely not bad.
Yeah, it has the added value of giving you a whole bunch of coins as well. So that could be pretty useful if he's going to get a lot of shot moons. And again, he does need extra moons, so those can be pretty quick ones.
Drew getting a big Dino bounce. Love to see it. Big bouncy Dino boy. Oh no! Okay, he saved it. We're good. Luckily, he only had one of those left, and he hopped out of the Dino. Completely kamikazed that, but he's good. He got the moon. No casualties. Yeah, that would have been a really rough death, because all of the guys would have respawned, I think.
I believe that's how it works, yeah.
I don't know. Really bad. I don't know what the name of those enemies are.
I think it's just those aren't fuzzies.
No, they aren't fuzzies. I think the name starts with a B. It's like Burbos.
That sounds correct. Yeah, but
yeah, it's like really obscure, because like they aren't even in that many areas in this game. There's obviously the ones in Cascade, the ones in that one section in Darker Side that we all skip. Just like they're really insignificant.
I just thought of something. 04 might go for IP skip.
Oh yeah, potentially. Showdown, definitely looking pretty promising. If you know how to IP skip, there's no reason to enter the pyramid at all, and it would be a fast multi-moon. So we could potentially see 04 try and synergize with that 6 multi, or just get the Showdown alone, since he knows how to IP skip. The prowess will be there, and it will be shown off potentially. Which would be very neat to see, because I don't think there's been a successful IP skip in this tournament yet.
Yeah, as far as I know,
very difficult trick, by the way.
04 Blitz Cascade, I believe, he did not get any extra moons. However, he did go for Captain Toad, so potentially going to be looking at the 5 Captain Toad moon square for him, which again, as we mentioned, row 3 looking very good for a Seaside finish. So
yeah,
definitely a possibility.
Yeah, and as we mentioned before, the fast Toads are generally Cascade, Lake, Lost, Metro, and then Snow or Seaside for 5. And then obviously, if you're going to backtrack to Cap, that one's pretty good too. Yeah. You want to try and avoid Sand and Wooded, because they do require peace.
Yes.
Especially Sand. Do not get Sand.
And another thing,
do not get Sand, Toad.
04 going a little bit out of his way for these Notes moons, and an added benefit of going into the sub area for the 6 Notes moons is if he's getting the 40 regional coin sand, this sub area has 8 very, very quick regionals. So
because you're riding Jaxi throughout the whole thing. This sub-area is slow on its own, but with the right objectives, it's actually really good.
Yes, for sure.
And this is like the perfect mix of objectives to make it work. The 6 music notes, the regionals, the total sub-area goals. Like, it's actually really nice.
Yeah, the only real way it could be better is if he has purchased Jaxi, but even that's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, like, call Jaxi stands.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that goal on its own is just good enough.
Yeah, for real.
Except for maybe 4. 4 is a bit excessive.
But this will be 04's second sub-area boon. Drew also sitting at 2, but just entering sand. Doing a similar route to 04, interestingly. Both going to the Oasis.
Really gunning these music notes, just straight up going to the Oasis.
Ooh,
I'm not really sure how I feel about that strategy, because, like, yeah, it makes sense to gun the music notes since you need them. Maybe, you know, they just don't want to forget about them. But at the same time, I feel like hitting up Oasis first is never a good idea, because you're always working your way around to it eventually. In most sand routes.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this sand route from 04. Pretty unique, to say the least.
Sand route.
The fact that Drew is doing something similar is kind of interesting to me, because both of these are super unorthodox, and you don't see a reverse Oasis,
yeah, I know,
forward or sand route in any category, as far as I know. So
Drew is likely putting his Talkatoo and randomizer prowess to the test. 04Dude obviously doing a lot of randomizer himself. He actually won that tournament, so... But both of these guys have very good, like, knowledge on just routing weirdly on the fly, which definitely helps in bingo. Maybe not as much, but it definitely helps.
I'm a little confused as to why he's going into this area.
Perhaps yeah, there really isn't a reason to go into the 8-bit section. Very familiar. Oh, saving it. Alright. Extra bullet down.
He almost...
They're both going in here. Wait, why are they both going in here? I'm so confused.
Drew didn't even get the purple coins.
Yeah, that makes it even more confusing. But he did get a very fast bullet bounce there. I'm actually terrible.
What is this reverse town route 04? What? He's going back to the downtown. Okay, wait, no, he's not. He just wanted to get.
What is this sand route? This is like both incredibly impressive and incredibly confusing.
Yeah, I 100% agree with.
Like I'm impressed, but I'm also like really confused.
Yeah, 04 has 20 town regionals to get, but he needs 3 more, potentially going over here for the checkpoint and the 3 purple coins.
Ah, yeah, there is 7 checkpoints on this board, so that's probably what he's doing. Just making up his checkpoint deficit. Because 7 does mean you have to get all of them except for 1 if you're not going into the painting CP.
04 not opting to get the Moai sub area.
Dude, they're like doing similar sand routes. I'm like, wow. This is so unorthodox.
Wait, where's he going now? Okay, Drew going in for some more sub areas, and same with 04. This is adding up a little bit.
I mean, yeah, but they could have went about this in such a different way. Personally, if I'm going over to Northern Reaches, I buy Jaxi 100% of the time.
I mean, 04 did buy Jaxi. I know.
So yeah, you just ride Jaxi everywhere because obviously you have a lot of ground to cover. Yeah. And Jaxi's a fast boy. Ooh, very tight rolls over that section. I was like half expecting him to bonk on that little crevice. 04Dude.
Counting his regionals, does have enough, so no worries there, and probably gonna.
They didn't have to go to the tower though. Remember, you can miss 1 checkpoint.
True.
They technically didn't have to go to the tower.
Which one did he miss?
Good question. I have no idea.
Town, potentially?
He missed town. The one right
He
in
didn't go
front.
to town.
Imagine.
This is the first time he's visited town, and he missed the checkpoint here.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god, he actually got them all. I guess he just got them all on accident then. Happens. Dude, this sand route is so bizarre. Like, it's working, but, like, I'm, like, incredibly, like, confused by it.
Yeah, not going to be seeing any IP skip today, but still leaving sand at around 1440. Not too bad for a sand exit, actually.
Yeah, again, and Drew's doing a similar thing. And keep in mind, Drew spent a little bit of extra time in Cascade. We'll see if that pays off for him. But, like, Drew's, like, right behind 04Dude.
Yeah, just need some more moves, and then he's out of here. So let's see.
They did, like, exactly the same sand route as well.
Just
Slight
no
differences.
purples?
I don't think 04Dude got the pillar, but, like, jeez. How did this even happen?
Okay, no cap revisit yet, and if they are actually getting 7 checkpoints in sand, which they both went pretty out of the way for, so not at all unlikely, they're going to need to get the 6 multi-moons or do a cap revisit, and neither of them
that concerns me, actually, because we mentioned that 8 moons cap is pretty time-consuming. So it's possible that they are maybe just still thinking about things to do, and they're just getting obvious goals in sand that would potentially help towards something.
True. This is a pretty intense board.
We're still dissecting this board. Snow seaside locks are not pretty. Very, very difficult to figure out what you want to do on these types of boards.
Especially this one. Like, there's several viable routes for this, and especially since there's also the 2 snow goals as well as 2 seaside goals, and then a goal that can go to either one. It's pretty hard to say which one's actually going to end up being the play.
But personally, when I see something like 3 barrier moons and there's no, like, story moon synergy with it, like, I automatically almost always write it off, because 3 barriers is actually really slow. Like, if we're comparing it with 3 ground pound moons and seaside and 6 music notes, like, that's an easy decision.
My man's just went for single throw lake clip.
04Dude showing off the lake clip.
Yeah, making it work. Nice,
very
good
clean
stuff.
There wasn't, like, a specific reason to do lake clip on this board. Obviously, you get fast moons from it, so we're going to potentially see a 16 lake here. But that does concern me again, because, like, everything adds up to either the cap revisit or the 6 multi. And he didn't even do showdown, so, like, what are the multis going to be if he's going for the multis?
For that reason, I don't think it's going to be the multis.
Are we going to see a battle versus Mollusk Lancer?
Imagine. Oh, Drew doing the no backflip IP clip, getting it pretty quickly, but not first try, so backflip might have saved a little bit of time. Who knows?
Nah, dude, I'm totally on no backflip gang.
I don't know if I agree with you there.
Oh well, can't agree with everything.
But
yeah, this board's interesting. It definitely isn't the best card, but there definitely is, like, things to work with here. Like I mentioned earlier, I think the best route on this board personally is row 3, C3, C5. Like, the synergy isn't amazing, but the goals are generally really easy, and you're gonna have to go to Deep Woods anyway. Well, I mean, you're going to Deep Woods for the rock. There's really no other reason. I guess you could do the Cascade revisit. I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like the play to me.
That actually isn't a bad play, because remember, you do need 95 moons.
True.
And you get really fast moons from the Cascade revisit. Like, getting all those at the front, like, there's, like, 6 moons at the front when you revisit. It's the timer, the mound, the treasure chest, the shop, the rock, and then atop a high cliff if you didn't get that the first time.
Drew's getting a lot
very fast
in sand. Changing subjects a lot, but Drew's getting a lot of extra moons in sand, likely because likely for the 95 moon total goal, but he got a ton of extra in Cascade. This is definitely going to put him at around the 20 extra he needs for the 75 for Metro, but
It's concerning me that he's spending this much time in sand when it's a snow seaside finish.
Oh, for sure.
That's always concerning. You want to try and get out of sand pretty early on these types of boards. Not always, but definitely a good majority of the time. If you're spending a lot of time in sand and you have to go to snow or seaside, that's a bad omen.
But 04 cleaning up the 16 moons at lakes, it looks like.
Yeah,
and
he's
now
definitely
going
going
for
for the
Toad.
16.
So
Getting the Captain
Captain Toad.
Oh man, dude. I think we're gonna see the 8 moons cap.
Yeah, probably. That doesn't seem avoidable at this point for 04Dude.
If he wants to avoid the multis, that's like the only way around it.
But is he going for a snow seaside finish? Because why else would he have marked? Maybe he's just doing the confuse the commentators by marking everything I'm getting play, because the 2 moons wooded lakes were both very along his route, so he could just be marking that for no reason. However,
he could be. One of these could be a placebo.
Top left, bottom right isn't that miserable if he chooses snow.
Yeah, I guess.
So
and at least the 8 moons cap, you know, still works toward that 95 moon total.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's not a complete waste. Like I said, works well with the sub-area goal, so... Maybe row 2 for 04Dude? And 7 checkpoint sand is just a placebo? A fake? A red herring?
Potentially.
I don't know why Drew spent this much time in sand. That's very concerning.
And again, he could still be figuring out his route, but it's a little bit late for that. So hopefully he does have a plan at this point.
He might just have to run with whatever he, you know, committed to midway through sand. It does happen. And those types of boards are very frustrating because, you know, obviously if you take time to find a route, you're already losing time because you're not playing it optimally from the start.
For sure.
That's why taking just even 15, 20 seconds to take some time in Cascade to just think about it isn't always the worst idea. Because at least then you know that you're going to be moving towards something that you're working for.
Yeah. 04 now completing the 35 regionals in Lake. And also finishing up his 4th Notes Moon. Will need well wait, if he's getting Notes Moons, he's going to Snow Seaside. He's going to Seaside. So that means the 2 moons from Wooded Crates is hopefully just a placebo roll.
I think he's just marking whatever at this point.
True.
It's possible he hasn't quite decided on all 3 of his rows, and he's just, you know, collecting things, again, to try and ensure it. Like, at least the goals that he's doing are generally quick. Like, he hasn't committed to anything super massive, except maybe the 16 league.
Fishing, though?
I mean, it can be fast. If RNG's nice.
Yeah, but why would you do that to yourself? You got it pretty quickly, but come on. I would never choose fishing if I didn't have to, so if I... Yeah.
No, definitely not for 16. I would maybe consider it for 20, though. Like, if I'm running by Lakitu, I would maybe consider it for 20. But 16? Nah, that's a weird move. Yeah, I really don't think the 6 multi-moons is the play here, because even though there's showdown synergy, 04Dude obviously didn't go for that, and even if he did, he would still have to get, like, Wooded Piece to make it work.
I'd be curious to know what the fastest any percent, like 16 moons with showdown.
Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting. I'd like to know that too, actually.
And obviously, it would vary for whether you do IP skip or not. Well, actually, it might not even, considering World Peace doesn't get any IP moons.
I don't know. Maybe. 04Dude is going into the Deep Woods. Again, really the only reason to even go here is for that 2 moons from Shiny Rock Square. I don't think there's any other goal that would make sense to go to Deep Woods on this card.
Jono the Rabbit asking a pretty good question in chat. He's asking, what is synergy? Synergy is essentially two goals that complement each other. For example, 4 Moons Siberian Cap with 8 Moons Cap. They both are in the same kingdom and contribute towards the ultimate goal of getting 8 moons. So when we talk about synergy, we're talking about two separate squares on the board that complement each other particularly well. And there's some that don't look like they actually complement each other, but they end up working really nicely together. For instance, what's a good example of that?
And keep in mind, this doesn't have to do with just the goals alone. It could also just be the way that you're moving around the kingdom, like with the 35 regionals of Lake and the 16, because 04Dude spent extra time in Lake. He was able to commit to just collecting a bunch of regionals since they were on his way to getting most of those moons anyway. That would be a good example of that.
Definitely.
And obviously the goal with this is to make sure that you're doing as little as possible to complete your triple bingo. He's standing on top of the beanstalk. Very nice.
Yeah, but of course, sometimes just having a whole bunch of synergy isn't as good as getting a whole bunch of fast objectives. So that's something to balance out when you're routing the card, but more often than not, just going for the stuff that works really well together will get you the win.
But that's also a rare situation. That usually happens when you have like a bunch of story objectives. Because story is generally slow unless if it has good synergy to back it up with. And, you know, not anything super, you know, killing like, say, 20 moons from sub-areas on an early finish board with a bunch of story objectives.
20 moon sub-area by Wooded. Let's go. I did one of those.
Plus doing like 6 multi.
Oh yeah, that sounds fun.
Very, very awful. Sub-areas and multis don't mix at all. Don't do it.
Yeah, the only rare time that could happen is with like 10 sub-areas Metro, but even then, yeah.
Speaking of underrated goals, 10 moons from sub-areas and Metro is honestly not even that bad. Because most of those sub-areas are literally like 30-40 seconds apiece.
But when you're racing either of us...
Except for Under Siege. Don't do Under Siege.
I'll always do Under Siege, just kidding.
No. Don't do Under Siege.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are actually like really quick.
By far the slowest sub-area Metro. But Drew,
even if you know what you're doing, it's like really not good.
Drew getting a few extra moons in Lake, not a lot, but not enough to complete the 16 moons goal. However, he did get the wooden crate, so that'll put him at 2 so far.
Right. But again, that still concerns me because both of what Drew and 04Dude are doing suggests that they will be going for 6 multi or 8 moons cap. Like, again, it's not the worst possible situation, but at the same time, we haven't seen 04Dude go for any multi-moons yet.
Wait a minute, yeah, this is actually really troubling, because how did we both miss this? He didn't get Showdown, and he needs 6 multi, or he's going to cap. So
I'm very concerned.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely seems like 04Dude is blitzing through these kingdoms very quickly, but he's also missing potentially vital objectives towards completing his triple bingo.
And I think it's safe to say he's going to go for row 3, just because that's a really solid row.
He's definitely going for row 3. I'd be very shocked if either of these runners just didn't go for row 3.
And then probably column 3 as well. But then
it works too well to not go for row 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 04Dude row 3. That's what the 3 stands for.
Oh yeah, true. Definitely.
But yeah, I don't really know what his last row could be, honestly, unless he does snow plus seaside.
Maze shards are weird. If I'd have to rank that, like if I'd have to rank the shards means in Metro, that would definitely go right behind Outfit Door. Outfit Door obviously being the quickest.
And technically, if you do the cap clips, I believe Outfit Door is like a second or 2 slower than.
Yeah, but on average, Outfit Door will be faster.
that's with like second, third try outfit clips. I mean cappy clips. So.
04Dude remembering to look at the hint art. Very nice. Wooded Kingdom probably being the most likely kingdom to miss looking at a hint art.
Yeah, that and Metro are very easy to forget.
I don't think the Metro one is much, because you can combo it with like regional routing and musician potentially. So it's definitely less likely to miss in Metro. But like, Wooded, you pretty much have no reason to ever go behind that tree.
Unless you're getting a few regionals, but that's...
Yeah, but even then, it's still out of the way, because like, that tree doesn't line up with anything. And you always forget what tree it's behind anyway.
True. Has anyone ever successfully remembered 100% of the time where that is? Even Fur? Just
no.
kidding.
The answer to that is...
04, going for some sub areas. Kind of curious that he's going for this one. I believe.
Yeah, again, like if you're going for sub areas, wait till Metro. You can really capitalize on that.
I was thinking for the 4 sub areas with Wooded, but
yeah, but even then, I feel like you would skip this one. Moonshards, Rocket, and Pipeway are definitely the 2 fastest in Wooded. No contest.
And they have really good synergy with each other. I kind of want to time
those. They're literally like on top of each other as well.
I kind of want to time those now, but
Elevator Escalation isn't bad. Yeah, that is the name of the sub area, by the way. Like it's not terrible. It's a little bit of waiting, definitely. Between that and Flower Road, definitely do Elevator Escalation. It's a lot safer. If you're doing Flower Road, there are ways to actually speed it up to the point where it is potentially in competition with Moonshard Rocket. It's just really risky.
Trick jumping.
Yep. So there's obviously getting the first moon, you know, after activating that second Flower Road after the moon. And then on top of that, you would do a trick jump called Poison FRS, which saves about 7 seconds. Probably not a good idea, ever.
So, wait a sec. 04Dude.
He's doing good at least.
And
I think he now realizes his mistake.
Are we going to see Metro Peace?
Honestly, he'd be better off fighting Mollusk Lancer. That's not even a hot take. He'd literally be better off fighting Mollusk Lancer.
He'd literally end up getting 10... since he's going for 3 ground pound moon Seaside, he'd end up with 10 total moons in Seaside if he's doing that. But like, still even better than doing Festival. It's just
and then he can go to Snow and collect his 25 regionals. It all makes sense now.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Dude, that actually kind of works. Hopefully that's not what he's going for. But
imagine that's actually
it could be. It could actually be. All the goals are lining up for that. I'm hoping he's doing row 3 instead of C2.
Yeah.
But it is questionable what his second multi-moon is going to be. The second one that you don't collect like automatically, of course. Because if you're going to Metro, you'll obviously be fighting Wiggler, and with Rango and Spewer plus the first multi-moon, that makes 4 that are built into the rat, essentially. So that's kind of the way that you want to think about multi-moons. They're pretty much built in, and then you get 2 extra for 6.
Before making the speedy nut boy a little bit dizzy while he's waiting for these phases to start, but this will be it.
Can we talk about how lame of a boss fight Torque Drift is?
Honestly, dude, it's so dumb.
So lame. Like, yeah, there's ways to speed it up and make it kind of interesting, but, like, it's easily one of the worst boss fights in this game in terms of, like, innovating the capture. It's just really boring.
I mean, the uproot, just in general, is a very linear capture, and although I like it a little bit, it's just not hard to do creative
stuff. No, but I'm not sure if you've heard of Superstar mode, but the Torque Drift fight in that game, oh man, that is actually, like, something that I, wish was in this game. It's like, it's actually really creative with the way it works. Obviously, if you haven't played it, you have no idea what I'm talking about
Nope.
or seen it. I haven't played it, but I've seen it.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'd be interested in playing it, but haven't had the time to mod my Switch.
oh, dude, I'd love to play Superstar mode, but I don't really want to mod my Switch, and I'm gonna wait till it finishes because it's not even a complete hack yet. Skelix, get on that. You're only in Wooded. You still got like over half the game left to mod. Nah, dude, Skelix is great. Shoutouts to Skelix.
So,
We are
both of them
incredibly off of it now, but Ocarina Shrew also doing Wooded Peace. What is going on? At least he got Showdown already. At least he got Showdown already.
I'm a little bit confused just because they both marked 4 moons from Sub-Areas Wooded. I'm assuming they got Pipeway, but I didn't notice. Perhaps the tracker could fill us in on that, but...
04Dude, I think got 4 moons from Sub-Areas because he did Elevator and the maybe Moonshard Rocket. Did he?
I thought he did. I would assume they did Pipeway on their way over to, like, Spewer, but I didn't notice at all, so... Hopefully they ended up actually getting the goal and there's not any confusion here.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Dre33 is tracking this match, so I'm sure he'll let them know they missed something. Shoutouts to the tracker, by the way.
For sure.
Very tough job.
Oh, dude. Imagine tracking 28 captures and then especially getting it by Night Metro. Oh, my God.
I
mean, that actually would be that bad.
To open the menu. It's too much, dude. Just open the menu. Like, literally, that's one of the easier goals to verify.
Well, no. But I'm just thinking, like, on the way, if they never do it, you need to let them know. Like, that would just be...
Yeah, I know.
But really, if you're just... Doing it for Lost actually would be that bad since you just check whether or not they missed any while they're running. But
yeah, exactly, because you have to hit every single one except for one, which is usually Knuckle Attack.
Yeah. Still pretty sneaky.
Man, dude, I'm so, like, baffled with their routing decisions here. They're both going for the 6 multi, but 04Dude didn't do Showdown!
Yeah, and to list off the multi-moons for all of you listening, it's going to be Cascade required, unless you're in 2-player and doing mid-caps, which, no. Lake, which is just the fastest one. Technically not in the any percent route, but really fast. Then you got Wooded, again.
Not required, but especially if you did the 16 Lake, like, why wouldn't you fight Rango?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Then you also got Spewer, which is another really fast one that's technically not required as well. But then in Night Metro,
also really fast.
In Night Metro, you got your 4th with Wiggler, which is required if you're going past Night Metro, like 100%. And then you have to get 2 extras somewhere, and those 2 extras are generally going to be Showdown on the Inverted Pyramid, which isn't ideal, but it's probably the fastest one after those guys, and then Wooded Peace after that.
Yeah, they could have also opted to just do Sandpiece as a whole. Sandpiece on 6 multi-boards going to Snow or Seaside actually isn't terrible. But definitely, I would usually just do Showdown plus Wooded Peace. It's close, but it's like slightly faster to do it that way instead of doing World Peace Sand as a whole.
04Dude going for some reverse torpedo action. Unfortunately, not going to be getting it.
Yep.
Valiant attempt.
Man. These routes are baffling. Like, this was a tough board, but I was not expecting both of them to go for the 6 multi. And then 04Dude not even doing Showdown to even synergize with it. Like, he's gonna have to do either Festival, or, like I said, Mollusk Lancer.
Yeah, Brigadier Mollusk Lancer, the 3rd, Dolphin Bubbling. Pretty good boss.
Okay, but BP, let's think of it this way. He could have skipped Showdown on purpose, because it technically might not be in his route, and he wants to please the viewers.
Ooh, Festival?
Yeah.
Imagine.
Pleasing the viewers. Sacrificing multiple minutes because Festival with no synergy is awful. Festival with synergy is also sometimes awful. There's very few situations I would actually recommend that you do Festival. It's sad. We need to figure out ways to make World Peace Metro better. Because, like, in its current state, it's just not worth it, like, 99% of the time. Because in a way, it's like going to Snow or Seaside with how long the goal is. Anyways, enough talking about World Peace Metro. It's not even on this card.
Yeah. We got 04 getting some checkpoints along his path to the City Hall. Most notable one, of course, being Heliport. And also getting some...
talk about how, like, 4 checkpoints in Metro is literally the easiest bingo goal ever.
Right? Yeah, if you're going to Metro, you're basically going to get 4 checkpoints.
You literally get 3 for free.
Yeah, and then
because
the 4th hotel. So
because the one that gets replaced when you're done with Night Metro still counts.
So then you either got Heliport or the one by the bassist, and then that's your 4th, really free.
I wasn't even thinking the bassist, so literally just Main Street. You hop out the pylon and you get it. That's it.
Main Street's the 3rd. You got Main Street, the one up top that 04Dude just grabbed. The one
and then you roll cancel for the Heliport.
Yeah, then the Heliport is the 4th one, in my opinion.
Yeah, so Main
Either
Street.
that, or if you forget it, then the bassist checkpoint.
Or even just Central Plaza with Pauline.
Yeah,
or the one right by People Room.
Those are all just super fast. 4, 5, and 6 Metro checkpoints are just very quick.
You know what? Metro checkpoints in general are free.
Yeah.
Because, like, even 6 is, like, super easy.
Honestly, like, a total checkpoint square would be super interesting, but really hard to track.
No, don't.
I'll say it would be interesting, just really hard to track.
That would be a terrible goal. I literally never want a total checkpoint goal in my bingo.
It would basically be a worse Life of Hearts.
Which I already hate, by the way. Life of Hearts are my least favorite goal to go for in bingo, fun fact. It's not like I mentioned it multiple times during this tournament.
20 unique checkpoints. Not unique.
20 unique checkpoints.
Activate 20 total checkpoints. Our next bingo goal, newest edition.
Oh my god.
That would be miserable. But still, it would make a good goal, even though it would be...
Introducing 30, 40, and 50 checkpoints. Go.
I don't think that's an option. Oh, imagine a Snow Seaside only checkpoint goal.
No, that's 50.
No, just no.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that is Snow Seaside locked. Because, like, I'm counting the checkpoints in my head. Like, what? There's, like... How many checkpoints are in Metro? There's, like, 11 in Metro, actually. If you include the painting CP.
Metros are really fast. Okay, but anyway, getting back to
Metro has a lot of checkpoints. Again, we're getting sidetracked again.
Yeah.
04Dude, doing a drive-by. Like, it's nobody's business. Very impressive. Scoot clips hard.
Drew dropping down for the checkpoint underneath the heliport. Probably just trying to knock the goal out pretty quickly.
So it looks like Drew's behind, but actually, realistically, these runners are actually really close to each other.
Oh yeah, because 04Dude has to another checkpoint somewhere.
Have to do another piece somewhere.
Yeah.
Whether it's Seaside, Snow, or Metro piece, like, he has to do another one.
And it doesn't look like he's getting
Metro Showdown.
It doesn't look like 04Dude is going to be getting Metro piece by any stretch, so...
Nope. I think we're legitimately going to see a Mollusk Lancer fight. Which is pretty pog.
I mean, I don't know. Would the revisit the sand be faster than that, potentially?
Honestly, I don't even care. I just want to see a Mollusk Lancer fight at this point.
True enough.
You know, show off the boss clip. It's literally the best boss in the game. Hands down. No one can argue that Mollusk is, like, not the best boss in the game, because he absolutely is.
That's the only thing Seaside has going for it. I'm glad there's something, but
yeah,
everything else about Seaside is just terrible.
Yeah, Seaside.
Good boss, good music.
Seaside is not one of my favorite kingdoms. Easily bottom 5 if we're talking about the big kingdoms alone.
Bottom 1 for me, including the small kingdoms.
Including the small kingdoms? Wait,
Including.
Seaside's worse than Cloud?
Yes,
Question mark?
Yes, 100%. Oh no! 04Dude.
You really hate Seaside. Oh my
04
goodness.
missing
I thought I
the
hated
dumpster.
Seaside. BP's just like...
Oh yeah.
It's worse than Cloud. What? Cloud just doesn't have anything.
Wait, the strats, dude. The strats. Missing Dumpster Moon and backing it up by talking to Toad. Genius.
Well,
He needed Toad
in his route anyway.
Yeah.
Because we've seen him go for all the Toads.
Did he get lost? Actually, I believe he got lost.
Yes.
Okay.
He did get lost because I remember seeing a death there.
I think it was a death warp, actually, because he warped up to the checkpoint afterwards.
No, I'm pretty sure he just rolled out and forgot to do any inputs and just died.
Yeah, that's faster than warping, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, it's slightly faster. I did timing for a lost reroute for Darker. It's actually slightly faster to roll out and take an intentional death.
Even if you're, like, talking to Toad at a weird angle?
Okay, probably not then, but it's slightly faster to roll out and take a death.
Huh. That really surprises me, because I wouldn't expect that to work too fast.
Yeah, I was very intrigued too, but it works, so...
Well, it looks like Drew's going for this little, backwards U.
Wait, 04Dude needs purple coins here. He's a little low.
Yeah, I'm really concerned. Like, this is actually really close. Drew is not far behind at all.
Drew Mark getting a 6th checkpoint.
In fact, I'd even argue Drew is ahead.
That's a tough call at this point.
Oh,
he does need to complete all of Day Metro, which is going to take 4 or 5.
No! Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's really bad. He needs to get it.
That's going to lose like 20 seconds.
Oh, that really sucks. That is terrible time loss. Well, at least you remember to look at it.
Yeah, true. But still,
it might have been like, oh, wait, I need this because like that movement obviously wasn't good and he fell, but like at least you remembered to look at it.
Now going for some regional coins. Don't go in here. No. Okay. Potentially looking for his last 2 moons in here as well as 3 relatively. Nope. Never mind. Nope.
He's dipping. Screw that.
Yeah.
I think he realizes he still needs his music note. Yep, there it is.
Oh, nice. I forgot about that, actually. So good call. Good call. This will be his 5th.
It would have made more sense to do bullet building than this. I mean, obviously not with his current moon total, but like if he had 17. Like, it's very common to see bullet building and then going into private room immediately after. It's just across the street, as some would say.
True. It is just across the street.
It's literally across the street. Like, there's no reason not to rat it like that.
Drew actually knowing how to do the scooter moon without scoot clip, that's pretty impressive. I haven't seen that in a long time. Not really.
I do it all the time.
How, dude? It's so hard. It's harder than scoot clip.
No, scoot clip sucks. I'm definitely a scoot clip gang. I don't care if I lose time. I literally despise scoot clip.
It was quicker.
Like it was favorite trick in this game.
Quite literally, scoot clip was easier for me than actually doing scooter movement in that area.
Kind of sad. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, dude, how do I even like respond to that?
Consistent 30-second RC Car Pro Moon gang. Anybody? For reference, you want like 25.
Like 25, 26 seconds for me usually.
Yeah. That and down bowl are like my two major weaknesses. And 04 not getting it.
Too bad I never do it in bingo.
Okay, 04 getting his 25 regionals in Metro, and now dipping out, but...
I'm concerned, dude. We're going to see a Mollusk Lancer fight, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. His last Toad is going to be the Seaside.
He has
to do it. He needs 3 ground pound moons, a Toad moon, a Notes moon. He's going to be getting 12 moons in Seaside to fight Mollusk Lancer.
Wait, dude.
Brigadier Mollusk Lancer the 3rd, Dolphin of Bubbling.
Wait, dude. You want to know what I would love to see? Him getting the ground pound moons during the Mollusk fight. Please.
He could do that. He's probably going to get the Notes moon during the Mollusk fight.
I would love to see that.
Actually, he's probably going to do a very similar route to Darker Side, just heading over here. Like, he'll probably just
Please
get
skip the
Rumble.
ground poundings during the Mollusk fight. That would be so cool to showcase.
Okay, let's see. Rumble Room
Okay, well,
first.
he's getting one of them now. That makes sense. This is fast.
Yeah, so I'm going to guess Rumble Room first, then the Hint Art, then he'll spawn the Notes Moon, and then go over to a Gushin like you would in Darker Side, and then, assuming he's actually fighting Mollusk, I really hope he is.
I mean, he either has to do that or he has to revisit it.
Nice first person. But yeah, now going over to the Notes Moon, and I'm guessing he's not going to grab it yet.
I'm baffled he didn't do Showdown. Like, this is the dude that is confident enough to do IP skip, and he didn't do Showdown in this route.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
I'm baffled, dude.
Let's talk about Drew for a second. Going for the Inverse U, he has been getting a lot of sub-area moons, and he's going to be fine for 95, 100%. So hopefully he's totaled it up right.
Mm-hmm. I think 04Dude's route definitely could have worked, but just the way he, like, decided to just skip Showdown just baffles me. Again, this is the guy that is confident to do arguably the hardest trick in this game.
Yeah, even in DSS, I'd argue.
Drew is creeping up on 04Dude.
Yeah, getting his last two moves in Metro right now.
Yeah, because 04Dude has to get one more multi.
I'm not going to be getting Mollusk.
Not over.
And he's not getting Mollusk. He's not
I guess
getting...
it's not going to be Mollusk, which means he will be revisiting Sand and doing Showdown.
Or
are we going to see a late game IP skip? Imagine.
No, how about Luncheon? Wait, what? The Gushin warped.
Oh my god, it did.
What happened?
Dude, can somebody clip that? Can somebody clip that?
Clip that?
Oh my god. What was that?
Did it like corner clip or something? I'm very confused. What just happened?
Yeah, I think he dropped it on a ledge, which caused it to warp a little bit.
Very odd. Looks like what happened.
Very
we're just going to step away from the match right now. What?
I'm more baffled by 04Dude's decision to just bypass Showdown.
This is going to be super close. Okay, wait, this is going to be super close.
Oh my god. Dude, is he going to go for IP?
Dude, IP skip is going to determine this. Like,
he has to go for IP skip.
IP skip is literally going to determine this race.
I don't think he has a choice. I think he has to go for it.
I'm like 99% sure
I think
IP
even
skip
then,
is literally
Drew might still have it. Oh my god.
This is going to be hella close. If he gets, like, first try, he's got a shot. But, oh my god, this is hype.
This is ridiculous.
Drew basically just needs some ground pound moons. I didn't see his moon total, but he's definitely
I don't think he collected the story moons at all, so he's literally forced to go for clip or skip. Oh my goodness.
He's going for skip. It's happening right now.
What is happening? What is happening? Dude, if he gets this, this is going to be the greatest comeback in bingo history. Oh my god. Okay.
We're anxiously watching 04.
I don't even say right. Oh my god.
Oh no way, dude.
That was so close. That was so close.
That might kill it. That might have actually killed it.
Yeah, I think he's done. He doesn't have enough time to fight Harriet now. He doesn't have enough time to fight Harriet now. It's over. Drew got it.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait. It's technically not over. We just got to be sure to watch the bottom of the screen. Drew still has not marked his 3 ground pound seaside, but it's really likely over.
That's true, but like it's basically over. Oh my god. I just don't understand how he just completely missed this.
Yeah, and there it is. Drew marking his final.
Fighting Mollusk, guaranteed.
I don't agree. I think if he got that first try IP skip, I actually think it would have been slightly faster, but just barely. And
no, I legitimately believe if he did what I said and, you know, did all the ground poundings during the Mollusk fight, he could have potentially still got this.
Dude, he's going to win. He would have won 100% if he got this, because Drew's only finishing now, and he's in the Harriet fight. That is awful. I can't believe this is how it ended for 04Dude.
I can't even believe the routes that I'm seeing on this board. That was neither of those routes were anything I could have ever predicted here.
Yeah, that was an intense.
Honestly, in a way, 04Dude might have been better off just ditching the 6 multi and just doing something else at that point.
But here's time. This is going to be time for Drew for 04Dude. Less than 30 seconds apart.
Less than 30 seconds.
It was all IP skipped. Dude, that's the worst.
You did do an IP skip for the tourney. I just... Dude, I don't even know how to, like, react, because I'm happy that we saw an IP skip, but I'm so sad that that's how it went down.
The fact that the first one, he got it second try, and then he just barely missed the execution on
I don't know what happened.
Bounce movement. It looked like it should work to me, and I'm like somewhat familiar with the clip. I don't really understand how that didn't work. It's that's the worst, man. All right, we have to get the tracker to verify that. We have to get the tracker to verify like the 16 moves from sub areas.
Right. I'm pretty sure.
Free timer challenges. Yeah, I'm 90% sure.
God. So that does mean Drew will be moving on.
Hi there.
Yeah. Hi, opponent.
Yeah. Next round, the round 3 match will be between the winner of this and me. So, unless the tracker has something else to report, probably going to be Drew moving on. So, GG's to him. We'll see if we get them in for interviews. I can't believe
that's how it ends for 04Dude. That's so frustrating.
And our tracker, typing in chats, Drew confirmed and 04Dude confirmed. They are free to join in here whenever they want.
Wow. I can't even believe it.
Wow.
Like, that was really close all the way to the end, even though 04Dude made that massive mistake.
Drew, how's it going, dude?
Hi, Drew. Hey. How's it going?
GG. That was close.
Yeah. You don't say.
I was very nervous. I thought I had lost. I was like, oh great, he's already in Seaside. I'm not even out of Metro yet. And then I realized, he needs 6 multi-moons. He's gonna fight the boss in Seaside? Like,
that's what I thought he was gonna do, and I think he would have been better off doing that. Oh, speaking of that. Hi, 04Dude.
Hello.
I'm sure you're feeling a lot right now.
I'm sad.
The first IP skip, how did that clip through?
I'm not sure if that would have made the difference, but like
it would have.
Falling down is like
it would have. I think you might have been better off staying in Seaside. It would have been the safer bet at the very least.
You would have to get 4 story moons. I think I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're good at that fight, you could have potentially made it work. And then you could have gotten the Grandpa moons during the fight.
That is true. I don't
know.
The Harriet multi is faster, but
yeah, it's definitely a tough call to make, but like, oh my god, that match was crazy for so many reasons. You guys both did things that neither me or BP would have ever expected on this board.
I always get to surprise you, Agron.
Yes, of course. Personally, I was looking at C3, row 3, C5. I think that personally was the best strat on this card.
C3, row 3, C5? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, like, was this both of your guys' initial routes, or did it go through a bit of rework?
I think I changed one of my rows before I left Cascade, but
same. I was going to do bottom left to top right, or no, I was going to do column 4, but I didn't want to do a cap, like, revisit plus
Seaside.
That's
what we were thinking too. If you're going to Snow or Seaside and then doing an 8 cap, that's just completely baffling. It's a very time-consuming revisit.
Although the 4 moons from sub-areas in cap was also tempting. With that.
Yeah, that combined with the 8 moons, plus if you're getting Captain Toad, he's a fast moon in cap.
Yeah, and I think that could have potentially worked as well. I'm just surprised how close this ended up being.
I didn't realize how many multi-moons you needed. I think usually when I do 6 multi-moons, I get Sand Piece.
Yeah, a good way to remember it is you're getting 2 extra from old any %. for 6.
Yeah, I just remember, like, I have to get peace in either sand or wood, pretty much.
Yeah,
Plus,
if you get wooded, then you just got to get showdown as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. I always end up doing showdown when I do that one, too.
Yeah. Which you did build into your route, which is something that I did say you guys could have done, but I wasn't expecting it here because it really wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Worked out, but I don't know. Personally, I would have skipped out on that synergy.
I just, like, you know, it's tough when you're, like, coming towards the end of the Madame Brutal fight and you just gotta pick something.
No, yeah, that's true. It's definitely a moment of panic if you don't have a route. You're just like, I just gotta throw something together and just run it.
So
because that's the thing. We can be like, oh, you could have done this or you could have done that, but I'm not the one running the card.
It is so hard.
I had a lot more time to think about it.
We can be saying, oh, we're 14 minutes into the card. They're in Sand Kingdom. Oh, I think they should have done this route.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, yeah,
hindsight bias is really 20/20 when it comes to SMO bingo, because we really have to keep in mind that, like, the runners literally maybe get a minute and a half at most to route the card based off of the cutscenes and Cap and Cascade.
Essentially, you just have up till Brood, and then you just got to decide on something. It's intense, to say the least.
It's not a lot of time at all, but it definitely, you know, gets your brain thinking, and, you know, once you route enough cards, things can definitely get a little more obvious as you do more and more routing, but, like, yeah, this was definitely an intense board. Snow Seaside locks are especially intense because there's no, like, way to, you know, just be like, oh, I found the early finish, I'll just do that.
Right.
Even if it's potentially not good, it's still an early finish.
It's
so
basically
it's like, at least you have that benefit.
You basically commit to either Snow or Seaside, and then you go, okay, like, how can I make this the most worth it?
Yeah, how do you synergize the goals? Personally here, I was like, you do Seaside no matter what, because 3 barrier moons, Snow, without any story moon synergy, is just awful. Don't do that.
25 regionals and Snow is...
If you can avoid... Well, the 25 does work with the 3 barrier moons at the very least, because you do have to enter at least 2 of the barrier rooms to get 25. Like, that is a thing that is a requirement. Because you'd be short 1 if you collected all the ones outside and then got 7 in one of the 2 rooms with 7. You're literally short 1. It's laughable. But, enough from me. Do you guys have any final thoughts on this race? It was definitely a juicy one.
My thoughts are just GG, and I feel bad that I kind of lost because, like, I'd say it's like, I don't want to call it a beginner's trap, but it's like when you realize, oh shoot, I need 1 extra of some goal I didn't think I would. Like,
no, yeah, for sure. It's definitely an oversight if you know, just haven't played enough cards with that particular goal.
An oversight.
And that's why I like to recommend to beginners, if you see a goal on a card that you're uncomfortable with, just do it. Just to run it, and then be like, okay, how can I make this better next time I run the goal? Because then you at least have that experience with the goal.
Right. Like, I feel like the reason I won is because I realized I needed, like, an extra multi-moon, and dude didn't. And that, it kind of feels bad.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, there were definitely other choices that played in hand here, but that was definitely the nail in the coffin.
It might have been worth trying to find something that doesn't do the 6 multi-moons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, as soon as you left Sand, I was like...
Because I realized it in Wooded, and I needed Peace, plus, like, more, who knows. Also, I wasn't sure... Metro Peace is, like, really slow.
Yeah, Festival was not worth. You were definitely between a Sand revisit and a Mollusk fight.
Also, just thinking about Mollusk fight, like... the fight itself is like 1.5 minutes if you do it fast. Plus getting 4 multi-moon story moons is like really slow. I think Sand was the way to go, but I should have gotten it first. Was it?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. And like I say, it's just really hard to justify because again, it's the hindsight talking now. It's like, oh yeah, you could have done that, but in the moment, you were like, IP skip. This is what I know. I have to go for it. And you did get it, which is super impressive. But, like, the way it went down was not pretty, and I really do feel bad. Like, it sucks.
Yeah. Well, that was intense. I got the butterflies in my stomach from that, so that was a good match.
Yeah, my heart was pounding.
Both of you for sure.
That was so. I think if I'd gotten it when I did almost get it, I might have won. It was very close.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, oh my god, he got it, he's gonna win. Then the ground pound didn't work. I didn't even think, I thought that would land out of bounds.
I was pretty sure that was, I think if I was closer, I would have been inbounds. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work. It looked, the positioning looked okay from like my experience with the trick. So
I'm incredibly inexperienced with the trick. I've literally gone to OB once and I fell through the pyramid. I don't know how you do it. This shit's hard.
Oh, dude, insane. Again, just getting it.
Also, I thought he just needed like he routed it so that the music note, the last music note was like his 95th moon. So I thought I had already lost, even if I got IP skip really fast. But it ended up being closer.
Yeah, that could have potentially been true. So it really is hard to say, and you know, not knowing is, you know, all part of the racing experience. It really does get incredibly tense, and you know, just moments like this happen. It's absolutely crazy.
For sure.
And this definitely won't be the last type of moment like that in this tournament, for sure.
I hope not.
So much stuff can happen while you're racing triple bingo. It's honestly insane. It's thrilling, but also terrifying.
Of all the intense endings I could have imagined, this was not one of them.
This was not what I expected.
Dude, I can't wait to watch this back. I wasn't watching or listening at all, so I was just,
I mean,
I knew it was close from the card.
Yeah, I was not listening to commentary.
Yeah, you should not be listening to us while racing. I don't recommend that at all.
It could help, because if I forget a multi-move...
Well, but at the same time, then you're like, oh shoot, I did this. I'm such a dumb person. I'm gonna just give up on myself.
Yeah, the self-confidence is important too.
Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of factors and ways that this could have went differently, but I don't think there's any reason to dwell on that. You know, what happened, and, you know, like, at least both of you guys put on an amazing show. This was easily one of the best matches of the tournament to date.
Oh, dude, by far the best matches.
I haven't played bingo for like 2 weeks. I haven't played Odyssey for like a week. School's been like really hard, but...
Yeah, that's kind of what happened here. Might not have been the best time to schedule a triple bingo tournament, Neo. What the heck?
Yeah, literally, like, college.
No, like, I'm serious. Because, like, a lot of people, you know, like, school started, or, you know, they started a job or something. Just...
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's tough.
You know, with the world's current state, it's like everything's different from the norms, so you gotta adjust to a different type of reality. It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe not the best time to do this tournament.
But, like, for an online tournament, it's always going to be hard. Because, you have to find a way to get, you know, 64 entrants or something to all be available.
No, yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah, that's a good point. We should do physical tournaments.
Oh, yeah, great idea. We can totally get everyone in person.
That would be amazing. I'd love that.
Dude, that'd be so...
The SMO house.
Maybe someday.
The big SMO house.
Then we have the SMO house Europe.
So, I guess if either of you guys don't have any other thoughts to say about the race, obviously, GG to both of you. Drew will be moving on. He will be facing BP in round 3 of the tournament. And, you know, follow the runners, definitely. Both very talented people. Follow me or BP if you want. Definitely follow SpeedGaming. We are far from done with this tournament. There's still a lot to run through. We're finishing up round 2 matches. Got a few intense ones left. And we'll be moving on to round 3 and then semi, and then that's it.
Don't forget the tracker. Don't forget the tracker. Dre33, thank you so much.
Don't forget to follow the tracker either. Dre did an incredible job tracking both of our runners in this match. Making sure that they've collected everything and verified that they have finished. Very tough job.
Okay,
all right.
Well, we don't got the accurate... you don't have the accurate runner links in chat, but be sure, search them up on Twitch and all that. You'll find their names pretty easily. Dre's in chat, I'm in chat. He's awesome, Agron.
Yeah, sorry, Dre. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Well, with that in mind, thanks everyone for watching, and there will be more Triple Bingo throughout the week.
Yep, thank you guys for commentating, and thanks Drew for the race. GG.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
GG,
I love commentating these races. It's so fun.
All right, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.
All right.
Yeah, thank you all for watching.